their numbers, and of course it tells you how ready and prepared the people of Juapong, the people of the Volta region are as far as this particular occasion is concerned. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a 3-day event where it commences right from the North Tongu constituency. From here, the campaign team will move all the way to Whole West, to be precise, and then just after that, they will go to Whole Central as well. But in your shot, you can see Honorable Okujetu Ablakwa. You can also see the original chairman of the NDC, Honorable Mauto Agbabito, and then the big one, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, in your shot as well. Exchanging pleasantries with the traditional leaders of North Tongu constituency or district, and of course it tells you how enthused and happy the people are. More interactions will follow pretty shortly. We will be engaging quite significant number of people who are here as well. Then getting in your shots, exchanging of pleasantries. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, together with the MP for North Tongu constituencies, Honorable Okujetu Ablakwa, in your shots, exchanging pleasantries with the traditional rulers of North Tongu. And just after this, he, together with the MP, will take center stage where they will mount the podium and interact with people that are gathered here as well. So if you are just tuning in, you are live on WoezorTV, and this is the official coverage of the campaign here in the Volta region, which the NDC will kickstart from the North Tongu constituency. And as I mentioned earlier, right after here, they will be moving straight to the Whole West constituency and also have some interaction with the market people in Dededo, to be precise. Then just after that, they will also move to Whole Central, where they will engage the traditional rulers at Togbe Afedes Palace, and that is how it's going to be like from today. So it's actually a 3-day event, and we'll also try as much as possible to engage more other people here as well. Let me get to talk to the regional secretary whilst we take our walk. Secretary, it's been a big day for the NDC. What does it mean to you as well?
It means a lot to us. It means victory for the NDC. It means revelation for the NDC. It means independence for Ghana, because His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and his foot for a 4-day campaign tour of the Volta region, and we are very glad he is here. And you can see the atmosphere because we are highly motivated.
have had agricultural policies in the past that have not worked. We're just coming from the planking of food for food and jobs. It hasn't worked because, I mean, food prices are so high. If it had worked, we would have abundant food and prices will not be as high. And that is because we're just doing a shot in the dark approach. We just come and distribute fertilizer, subsidized fertilizers, and we think that that's enough to increase food production. This time, there must be a direct engagement with the farmer. We must know who the farmer is, and our policy must target that farmer.
Elections have consequences. The way you vote has a consequence on your life. In 2016, we took a certain decision. We voted because a certain group of people said they were the most competent to rule this country. Things were not perfect under my government. We had not made Ghana heaven, but at least we were making some progress. Today, we are told that our lives are better. How can our lives be better than it was in 2016? And everything you talk about has deteriorated. They said, we are bringing an economic wizard. He worked in Bank of Ghana before. It was him who helped Kufuor to make the cedi equivalent to $1. We are bringing him to stabilize the cedi. What happened to the cedi? It broke jail and ran away. He said he had arrested the cedi and locked it. What happened to it? The cedi ran from 4 cedis to 16 cedis to $1. And so, elections have consequences. Today, they say we should applaud them for what they have done in 8 years. In 8 years, we are hungrier than we are. You remember, they say, yeti what, yeti den so, yeti sikaso, and so, come the. You remember that one? Ghana nye hiyama yeti sikaso, and so come the. You remember it? Today, aren't people more hungry than they were before?
And may the heavens rescue this land. We need a man with vision to lead. John Mahama is the man for us. Oh, Ghana needs a change. Mumbai, I'm sorry. Let us rise for a change. A vote for Mahama is a vote for Ghana. Ghana needs the best man. Rise for a change. Naneman Sakia. Time yaki, mama, and sorry, oh. John Mahama is the man for us. Oh, Ghana needs a change. Let us rise for a change. Shanani's the best thing. We are all the rise for a change. Ghana, Naneman, Sakia.
These children here are going to complete school. And many of them complete school, and for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, they are still staying in their father and mother's houses, and it is their father and mother providing food for them to eat. We want our young people to finish school and be able to find jobs so that they can earn money for themselves, they can get married, they can also have children and take their children to school. The English people say, don't give me fish, teach me how to catch my own fish, so that anytime I want fish, I can go and catch it myself. And I'm telling somebody that the young people of Ghana are saying, don't give us mobile phones. Give us jobs and we'll buy our own mobile phones. If you get a job, can't you buy your own mobile phone?
When you I'm going to hell and people on Timo. I'm going to La North Tongu, Kyo Tapa, So Kojoku, Togama, Juapong, Volta, Mahama, Pato. Bala WoezorTV ala dona meu do Palau John Dramani Mahama Papelenti Mokata va dofo Juapong North Tongu ni baji meu kata minya e bebe kama mi do fifi la e kamio gbedodola ne nyebe odidi na wafa mene kene nyebe mauvo mi kata mienu Yo didi vamene mi agagro pentibe maganglo North Tongu bleu ke mako wunu kwa mi do wezona bavala kata apenemi
Yo akpa tobina umpopo tohea miacho mang pokpok pata na miayo miafa amugang tomafa jimanola honorable mauto agbavito no vanami unchocho piare Yesu Yesa choboy emefa mido onyapo alagbegbe egba enye nkeke nyuito bemiado ase agbenya bemiado ase nkudodoji enya ochomi ape fraber agbo makomo nupopo yi adojane togbio adojane party meto across the region. Your Excellency, you are welcome to the Volta region. I want to say that the region is ready. The stakeholders and the constituencies are all ready to welcome you. And I can assure you, we are ready, battle ready to fight in this election. We are ready to win this election in every community, in every constituency, and the entire country. Choboy, Choboy, Mileklalwa, Jidudu Sumiasiho, Kakahia Bemia Wodo, Lamameka Kwemio. We know that NDC is Volta region, and Volta region is NDC. The only time that the region sees any form of development is when NDC is in power.
So the only time the region can be rescued is when President John Dramani Mahama comes back to rescue the entire country. I'm calling on all citizens of the Volta region, calling on all chiefs, calling on everybody who speaks, who comes from this region, to throw your support behind the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, President John Dramani Mahama. Mako akpe abata akpe nemi ape MP Bubuto Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa Behomi de Fiegbe akpe nami Miawefa Onyo Choboyi
Mianto miape Okujeto ela ela Mianto miape MP ela ela miacho mankpakwa miayo Togbi Wogbaji Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa. Eyezu Zazu. That come again. Zazuza. Amafa. Idebi. Yo, akpaname. Agba Juapong. Mifia Amashama Miawenya NDC stronghold and ton. Amajro ya miho agba. Amajro ma. Fifia la Ghana. Amashama nyaba. Yenya Togbe. Anukwale Bato Miava Togbeya Madana Lako Mavivi Numo Laba Amabubu Enya Ta Agba Miegboglomba His Excellency John Dramani Mahama 2020 election ya miwa mine 90%. Gaka 2024 mie gboglomba alaba wakpo minimum of 94%. Da agba mie operation 94% launch mia wo dosese mia wo campaign sense house to house, market to market, door to door, school to school, church to church, hospital to hospital, clinic to clinic, chip compound to chip compound, street to street, road to road, alley to alley, corner to corner, polling station to polling station, hamlet to hamlet. Miava 154 polling stations. Afi Mavadu MPR. Polling station another MPP to no polling station Mahom. Gaka 2020 Mikpo 100%. Me Dujila 154 polling stations Akata. Gaka 2024 Manyaba Mia Dujiko Awo. Alaba Majina Nano White. Ta special prizely na polling station a hogba na mitenchi po 100% mionto minya but Togbe Wogbejia na mabama wonana mawone ta first 10 polling stations with the widest margin special prize na branch executives so NDC members so amayo katale register G what for special prize from the NDC and from Togbe Wogbeji representing His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Majiba Amayokata Savava Anya Ganya ye Jola Miaji last year via Reto over Vuakosombo Dam Echiava Lomi Echiava Vaglanusiano Akufado Baumia Oba Mosio up to now
over 12,000 displaced le Northton, mova wanana kanamio. Mo tu hora kanamio. Mo compensate America. Gaka mienyabe from 7th January 2025. Miaba ahoya jimiela. Na mia relocate victims so compensation ya jimiela. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Anumo kata waganami. Ta migavol ma jijio. August vaho, September, October, November, December. By January, Manyaba Ale, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Magbla North Tondio, Mikpo Juapong Volu Adidoma Moya, President Mahama Yewenami, Volu E Block, President Mahama Yewenami, Dosek Expansion, Girls Dormitory, Administration Block, School Buses, School Pickups, President Mahama Yewenami. Miava Adomi Bridge Yagban. Yemi Pafu. President Mahama Yeva Wenami. Our full rehabilitation. Fifia Adomi Bridge. Eva Trozu tourist attraction. Yesha Yakoba Amajo over Bawavakpo Adomi Bridge. Ale Onyakpo. President Mahama Yewenami. President Mahama time. Juapong Textiles ma collapse. Ejina Ganami Sohel Okponado Awo. Gaka Fifia Juapong Textiles. Agban. Aveima Rice. Agban. Musa Hamad Farms. Agban. Veg Pro. Agban. Gaka Mienyaba under President Mahama. Under his 24-hour economic policy. Factories Yokata. Akpo Revival. President Mahama Trasi Lanchi na Ado Avala Juapong. Alaba President Mahama, nation builder owner. He is an action man. He is not a talker. He is not a liar. He is not deceptive. Ta afima noya togbe o manyiba. Majiba mado yevugba viarako. Mikoba agba vagba avavamko. Alaba nya external examiner. Right Honorable Doa Jaho Alagiata. Alaba manu careful. Hey Yazu. Hey Yaza. Hey Zuza. For the benefit of our friends from the media, I have been welcoming His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the next President of the Republic of Ghana, to Northton with such great delight. Our incoming President, we call him Togbe Anukwale Bato. He is the chief of truth. He speaks the truth at all times. He is not deceptive. He does not disrespect the Ghanaian people. He does not have a low view, a low esteem of the Ghanaian people. He holds all Ghanaians in high esteem. And that is why he does not peddle falsehood. President Mahama is the only former president to be subjected to a mischievous corruption referral by his successor, President Akufo-Addo. It's never happened in our history. And yet, President Mahama, after 4 years of international investigations, OSP Ghana, OSP UK, France, United States of America, the only former president subjected to an international inquiry, and he has emerged squeaky clean. He is smelling of roses. He has been cleared. He is incorruptible. He is a man who uses national resources for the benefit of our people. And we have seen it here in our constituency. But let me ask a question. Can you imagine what will happen if President Akufo-Addo and Vice President Bawumia are subjected to the same international investigations? Can you imagine what will happen? Can you imagine how they will come out of that? It will be disastrous. You know the work I've been doing in Parliament. National Cathedral alone. National Cathedral. That scandal alone. A project without PPA approval. $58.1 million sunk in a hole. The world's most expensive pit. We never saw this under President Mahama. As we speak, a gentleman called Kari Summers is keeping Ghana $6 million in the United States of America. So, can you imagine if President Akufo-Addo, what he put his former colleague, the former president, through, his predecessor, can you imagine just 1 week of that? Can you imagine how he will come out? So we in the NDC, we are very, very proud of our flag bearer. He is incorruptible. He is clean. During his time, President Mahama, he used our presidential jet. Not once did he say that the presidential jet was not luxurious enough. And so he's going to charter 20,000 euros an hour. So far, by our conservative estimates, over $100 million has been spent on that useless, profligate, ostentatious, extravagant, needless extravaganza. Something President Mahama never did and will never do. Did you ever hear that under President Mahama, he is going to buy ambulance spare parts? More expensive than the ambulance. $34.9 million. And moral society is quiet. President's daughter's business partners, murky family affair. We never saw this under President Mahama. His children and his children's business partners were far removed from state resources. That is the incorruptible leader the NDC has. And we are very, very proud of him. President Mahama ordered 150 ambulances when he was president. Never, when you check the records. An ambulance which costs $80,000. They are going to buy spare parts at $113,000 per ambulance. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Meanwhile, we need money for the Podoi Abutia Road. We need money to revive Juapong textiles. We need money to revive Aveima rice. We need money to create more factories for our youth, to expand secondary schools, to establish a tertiary institution in the entire Tongu enclave. The entire Tongu enclave, we don't have even one tertiary institution. And yet, this is what Akufo-Addo and Bawumia are doing with our resources. And Bawumia, who said he will end sole sourcing, he is busy awarding sole source contracts, single source contracts to his brother's companies. We never saw this under the incorruptible President John Dramani Mahama. And that is why we are all clamoring for change. That is why we want the former president to return to the Flagstaff House, to reset our country, to rescue our country, to stop the corruption, to stop the abuse of office, to stop the disrespect of the Ghanaian people, to stop the reckless expenditure on things that do not matter to the Ghanaian. So the chiefs and people of North Tongu, today we begin a new journey. The journey to reinstate former President Mahama, to secure at least 94%, and to make sure that this country has hope again. That the children that you see today can grow in a country where there will be peace, there will be prosperity, there will be harmony, and there will be development for all. And I know that President Mahama and Professor Nana Jenopoko-Agyemang, a safe pair, an incorruptible pair, a dedicated pair, a patriotic pair, they will deliver the goods and send us to the promised land. And that is why our revered chiefs are here, because they know that this is a man who who stands for respect and dignity. Maune Yami, Akpanami, Ale mi dogogba, Makoji Jonto, Maune Yami, Akpanami, Miaweva Odo, Akpa.
Thank you, Honorable Okujato Ablakwa Togbi Wogbaji. It is now time for the man to reset Ghana. The man to move Ghana on the path of progress and prosperity. The man to build the Ghana that we want together. The man who subjected himself to the State Anti-Corruption Agency and came out squeaky clean. The nation builder. He is the hope for the women, the hope for our farmers. Let us welcome the visionary, the quintessential gentleman, His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you. Thank you. Togbio, Mamao, and all the citizens of North Tongu, the gateway to Volta region. I want to thank you for the warm welcome you have given me this morning. I just want to touch on a few things. One, if you hear the description of the Volta region as the World Bank of the NDC, it is not because of the nominal votes that we get in the region. Because if you take just the nominal votes we get, then it is not the biggest that we get, but it is about the percentage of votes that we get. And Volta region, when it comes to NDC's results in the presidential, Volta region is always the highest. And that is why it has earned the name the World Bank. Now, in 2020, if you look at the results we got in Volta region, we got above 84%. Above 84%. But in the past, please, Vuvuzelas, you calm down. When I finish, you can blow to heaven till heaven comes down. Thank you. If you look at the 84%, it is not the highest we have gotten. Because in Rawlings' time, MPP used to get single digit in Volta region. In 2020, they have climbed and climbed and climbed, and in 2020 they got 14%. And so it means that they are making inroads into the Volta region. Now, what do? They use propaganda, and they come and tell you that you vote for NDC all the time, and yet NDC has done nothing for you. And so even though we can see what we have gotten under NDC, the propaganda is so strong that we actually believe that NDC has done nothing. And yet, if you take the Volta region, from electricity to water to education to health to roads, everything that you find here in Volta region was provided in the time of NDC. And any time the MPP comes into government, development of infrastructure in the Volta region comes to a halt until NDC comes back. All the roads we started, Juapong, Adidome Road, we're about 80% complete. The fact that we had even reached 80%, that road would not have been continued. Look at the road from Juapong Podoi to Abutia. We had a contractor working on it. That road should have been long finished by now. As soon as we left office, the road came to a standstill. When NDC was in office, Juapong Textiles, we revived it. It was working. People had work to do. Today, what has happened to Juapong Textiles? And yet, they'll come with propaganda and say NDC has done nothing for you. And you know what they do? You see, NDC invests in things that will benefit the people, their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren. When we provide electricity, you're not the only ones going to enjoy it. Your children and your grandchildren are going to enjoy it. When we build infrastructure in your schools, you're not the only ones going to enjoy it. It will be there for your grandchildren. When they are ill, they will go to the hospital. When we provide drinking water, you're not the only ones going to drink that water. Your children will come and drink that water. But what the MPP does is, they'll come and choose amongst you 1, 2, 3, 4 people. And when they steal the money, they'll give them some. And so they also will come and give you 200, 200, 200, 200. And you say, oh, since we started elections, nobody has given me 200, so I'll vote for MPP. But you forget that the more lasting development, the more lasting benefit, that benefits not only your community, but generations yet unborn. You forget that it was provided under NDC's period. And so, let us be careful of that propaganda. They will come. Elections are coming. They're going to come with a lot of money. They've made money in 8 years. Their war chest is full. But remember what happened to them in Asin North. You heard about Asin North by-election. So a song came. Yedi, 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 oh, chasopoku sikano, yedi. You see the van that carries money from bank to bank. When bank needs money, they put the money in a van and they take it to the bank. Those, they call them bullion vans. Those bullion vans were in Asin North. And they were packed with 200 CD notes. 200 CD notes. And I went to Asin North myself. And anybody who was going to vote 200 CDs, 200 CDs, 200 CDs, 200 CDs, 200 CDs. And we told the people, we said, look, at first the people were afraid. They say if you chop the money and you don't vote for them, Kwele Kweji will catch you. And we told the people, if somebody steals your money, and the person brings your money back to you, there's no Kwele Kweji matter in this one. And so collect the money and chop it. Asin North, they chopped the money. But they went and voted for the truth. Nobody has died from Kwele Kweji in Asin North for chopping that money. So, they are going to come with the money. And I'm telling you, the people of Juapong, North Tongu, when the money comes, collect it and chop it. Because the money is your own money. And when you go to the ballot box, vote for the truth. We all know what we've gone through in this country over the last 8 years. I mean, nothing is working in this country anymore. I mean, look at national service people who are giving a selfless service to their country. That's why we call it national service. And we have given a law that when you finish a tertiary education, you must go and do national service, whether you want it or not. And so these young boys and girls finish school and go and do national service. Never in the history of Ghana, because that allowance is meager. I think it's about 700 cedis today. 700 cedis, that's all they get. The allowance is meager. And never in the history of this country have national service allowances been in arrears. Never ever been in arrears, except under Baumia and Akufo-Addo. National service people have not been paid for several months. Nothing is working. They went and deceived these young people and said they are NAPCO volunteers or whatever, and took them to different places to go and work, give service. They too, how much were they paying? 700 cedis. Up to now, how many years? They owe these NAPCO trainees 10 months arrears. Is there any NAPCO trainee here? Okay. They owe them 10 months arrears. Nothing is working. When we told the nurses and teachers, we said, look, we want to increase the numbers because more of our daughters and our sisters want to go for nursing training. More of our teachers, our young people want to go for teacher training. And so we'll move you from allowances onto the student's loan. And Baumia and Akufo-Addo said, no, he's a wicked man. He's a wicked man. When we come, we'll pay you the allowances. Today, some of those allowances are in arrears for 30 months. 30 months, 30. There are people who went to first year nursing training, finished third year, and didn't get allowance even once. You see, that's why we say dishonesty. And when they say some people lie, it is because they can't be trusted. All they want is to win political power. And so they'll tell you the sweetest things you want to hear. But NDC does not talk, we act. We are not talkers, we are actors. And so when we said we're going to rehabilitate the Adomi Bridge, we did it. When we said we're going to do the Juapong Adidome Road, we did it. We gave the Eastern Corridor Road on contract. Workers were busy on the road from Esikuma Junction towards Peki and towards Have. When they came, they asked all contractors to stop work. They are going to investigate before they continue. They investigated and there was nothing. Up to today, the Eastern Corridor Road is not finished. But I think it's God, in his own design, decided that that road will be finished by NDC. And so it's a priority for us. When we come, the Eastern Corridor Road, we're going to tackle it as a priority and we'll finish it so that we can ease the traffic going on the road from here all the way to Boko. My brothers and sisters, we are on the brink of making history. God created Adam and Eve, and he created them as partners, man and woman. And so our women are our partners. And so everything we do, we must do with them. Women have achieved a lot in Ghana. They dominate agriculture, they dominate business and trade. And if you go to the small and medium enterprise sector, it is women who are dominant. In public office, they have been ministers of state, they are judges of the courts, chief justices, director of prisons, ministers, just name it, members of parliament. The only two offices that a woman has never occupied in Ghana is the vice presidency and the presidency. And so, history is about to be made. Because for the first time, actually the second time, because Nana Jane was nominated in 2020, but for the first time, the chance that Ghana is going to elect historically a first woman as vice president is just right before us on 7th December. And it must be an inspiration to all our women, to all our mothers, to all our sisters, to all our daughters, that women can also aspire to the highest offices of the land. And I know that the woman we have chosen is a very capable woman. And we chose her not only because she's a woman, but she's a very capable woman. It is she who in her time as Minister of Education ensured that every child in basic school had access to the 4 core textbooks that they needed. Before then, 4 children used to share 1 textbook. Under Nana Jane, it was 1 child to 4 textbooks. She is the architect of the E-blocks that you see, the community day schools. It was her who was responsible for the design, the costing, the procurement, and everything, as my Minister of Education. And of course, everybody remembers that she was the first female Vice Chancellor of a public university in Ghana. And so she comes to the position on her own merit. And I know that on 7th December, history is going to be made in this country. Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman is going to be elected the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. And let me wrap up, let me conclude. North Tongu, you have a jewel. You have a precious thing. Your member of parliament, Togbi Wogbeji, you don't know what you have. He is a model MP. MPs have 2 responsibilities. Their responsibility in Parliament to speak on your behalf and make laws on your behalf. When it comes to that, he is right in front of the NDC bench as one of our leading young MPs doing advocacy in Parliament and making laws for Ghana. And then MPs are supposed to be advocates for development in their constituency. When it comes to his constituency too, and it comes to development, he is one of the best advocates for development in his constituency. But aside from that, today, when you talk about anti-corruption crusaders, and he's not a journalist, so I can't say investigative journalist, and investigative detectives, He is number one. So now everybody knows that if you are a whistleblower, the best person to take your matter to is to Togbi Wogweji. Because once you bring it, he will go into the matter, he will investigate it, establish the truth in the matter, and when he starts tackling the matter, you can be sure that he will go into it to the real core of what has happened. And so everybody is proud of him. He's done very well. And I know that you're going to return him to Parliament with a resounding margin of victory. I don't know why his opponent is even struggling. It's just a waste of time. It is a no contest. It's like a featherweight deciding to fight a heavyweight in boxing. And so I know that you're going to give him a resounding victory. We need a majority of seats, and therefore we need all our MPs back so that we can begin the work of reviving this economy that has been destroyed by Bawumia and Akufo-Addo. And so vote massively. And I hear the operation is 94%. The chairman says it will be 95%. And I know that you can do it. And once you do that, that should send a signal to all the other constituencies that we must re-establish NDC's World Bank here in Volta region. We don't want 84%, we don't want 85%, we want above 90% in Volta region. And so I present to you your member of parliament and parliamentary candidate for 2024, the Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Thank you.